Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for joining us tonight for the Discipline Therapy Podcast with your two hosts, Suhey Sotomayor, and with me always, seven-time author, Mr. E.L. Discipline. We would like to give a shout out to Legendary Studios, that's our new home, and also Nelly's Taqueria and Cantina in Hicksville for the most awesomest Mexican dishes that you can think of. Also, we would like to, again, thank the viewers, the listeners. Give us some feedback. You could always email us at www.eldiscipline.com, or the business email is ssotomayor. That's SSOT as in Tom, OMAYOR0307 @gmail.com. Leave us comments, whatever you want. If you want to be a caller, let us know on there. And Mr. Yield Discipline will also be putting the social media tags, so you can hit us on any of those.
We're also on the listening platforms such as Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Deezer, Castbox, iHeartRadio, and many more. Spreaker, yes, and many more. All right, so
but today's episode is episode 26.
Yes, but before that, we have another sponsor.
Oh.
Shout out to Simple Stature. He sent me this shirt.
Is that? Oh my! I just saw that right now. Warning: choking hazard. Hold up, I don't got my glasses. Package contains large parts. Keep out of reach of small women.
Yep.
That is hysterical. And who sent you that?
Simple Stature. So that is www.simplestature.com. They all have cool apparel all season long, winter, spring, summer, fall. Also, if you want 20% off, put in the coupon code DISCIPLINE and you'll be granted 20% off. More gear along the way. As far as this goes, women love big packages.
I don't know if they could see that. You gotta stand up and show that shirt. That's hysterical.
Women love big packages. So you know what I'm saying? Like, even if it's too big, like, you're gonna entice her curiosity. Everybody gets adjusted to certain things. They get used to certain things. A lot of times women will see danger and they will gravitate towards it because it triggers that arousal in the female psyche. So even if she dies, she says to herself, at least I went out happy. So, you know what I'm saying? That's what I believe.
All right.
But this topic is very interesting, like you said.
I didn't say. I just said episode 26.
The episode.
And episode 26 is men who never leave the friend zone, and why? It's a part. I'm sorry. And it's a part 2 to Good Girls, Bad Boys.
Yes, in the Seduction of Discipline, chapter 22, Good Girls, Bad Boys. And we also have a caller on the line.
I love when we have callers.
She's on the call right now.
Hello, caller.
Hello. How are you?
Good. How you doing?
Thank you for calling, for joining us tonight.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Happy to be here.
So would you like to remain anonymous, or would you like to state your name?
I will be anonymous today.
Okay. Okay, no problem. So just to let you know, judgment free, sucker free. As a matter of fact, before you get in, let me do my thing like I always do my thing. Ladies and gentlemen, since you are fiends, what that means is we have a dose of discipline therapy for you where everything is completely free. See, if you subscribe, there's no monthly fee. It's judgment free, sucker free, censor free, sensitive free, and plenty of liberty. God and the ancient ancestors are great, and that means everything else is straight. So go grab your wine, roll a blunt or popcorn, but make sure the kids are in bed. This is that soul food talk. Prepare your mind to be fed. Light one up, inhale life, and exhale strife. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, you are tuned in to the Discipline Therapy Podcast. We're here. Okay, now we can get into it. We are a judgment-free, sucker-free, sensitive-free, censorship-free zone. Also, you have the right to plead the fifth. So if you do not want to disclose anything is too personal, what we do is we love to make our guests feel as comfortable as possible to articulate their desires. So there's nothing off limits. If you want to curse, bitch, dick, pussy, whatever it is, You could curse with no judgment or
Yeah.
with no restrictions. All right.
Well,
So
good.
today's topic is men and women who never leave the friend zone and why. I have a chapter in the Seduction of Discipline, my first book, Good Girls and Bad Boys. This is a part two because we did season 1, episode 5, Good Girls, Bad Boys.
Mhm.
So this is like a
Mhm.
part two. So my question for you is, that's me rubbing my hands.
That's
I'm
an
gonna get it.
that's an
I'm in
evil.
my bag right now.
It's
Uh-oh.
So
always bad when he rubs his hands.
so my question for you is, are you in the friend zone with someone, male, particularly opposite sex? Are you have you ever put someone in the friend zone?
That's what I was gonna ask.
I would say that would depend on, like, the dynamic of the friendship. Like, if it were, like, a work colleague, maybe, like, a school colleague or a former schoolmate, like, friends, boyfriends or husbands, family members, business associates,
Mm,
childhood friends, family friends, ex-in-laws, people like that definitely get friend zoned,
Mhm.
but like as far as personality traits, I do have like some pet peeves
Okay.
that will definitely make me throw someone in the friend zone. But yeah,
Mm.
based on the dynamic of the friendship, I guess I would have to see.
have you ever met someone, like, let's say you go out at a function or something, and you met someone, and you can tell that they're interested in you, but you're not. How do you handle that? Like, do you pump the brakes real quick? Like, listen, buddy, or like, how do you friend zone them? I'm asking her for her
Oh,
secrets.
if I wasn't interested in someone, I would just merely not show any interest in them. They probably won't get much of my time or attention. So,
Okay.
So what would
it would have to be like the reason for putting someone in a friend zone, like I don't consider everyone I meet a friend. So
Mhm.
I have like a lot of just encounters or just people that I come
That you know,
upon.
right?
Right. So, I mean, I would definitely have to be invested in the person to even put them in the friend zone. Otherwise, you won't even make the fucking friend zone.
mm,
Have you ever gotten to that point where you're like, okay, maybe this, they did catch your attention, you were kind of captivated, and then, like you said, they did something or triggered
Yeah.
a pet peeve. So, like, let's say, how do you then do it? Like, how do you then um place them in that?
Well, there's just certain things that me as a person I can't get past. So,
Okay.
okay, for instance, like a man who is like unsure of himself or
Mm.
lacking confidence or like leadership, like those are like kind of like beta tendencies. So stuff like
oh,
that, it just
Mm-hmm.
kind of
you
turns me off. So
you were
Mm.
getting to my questions. You were getting to
Mm-hmm.
my questions because I had 3 questions for you. I
okay.
had because you mentioned pet peeves. I was gonna ask you what are pet peeves. What are your pet peeves? Second, I was gonna ask you about like the nice guys. There's a cliche quote or
Saying.
saying that is nice guys finish last. And you just
Right.
mentioned beta males. So do you put them
Right.
in that category? Nice
Not
guy?
necessarily because there's many alphas who are also not, I wouldn't say like nice, but they know how to carry themselves in that way. So,
They're
a
respectful,
nice
maybe.
right,
Yeah.
right, right. Like
So
I
would
wouldn't
you put those guys
necessarily
wait, would you put those alphas, sorry to cut you off, in good guy uh category? Cause I believe there's a difference. There's a difference between a
totally
good guy and a nice guy.
right, right, exactly.
Cause the alpha and nice guy, I don't think those are synonymous, in my
No, not
opinion.
at all.
Cause I
There's
believe,
nothing nice about alpha.
yeah, so that's what I believe. Why do you think those nice guys finish last though?
I think that they get too stagnant, they get comfortable. You can't be too comfortable in any type of situation, and especially when you're trying to get the attention of a woman,
Mm,
especially a woman who is highly desired. So
mm.
you really kind of got to put yourself out there
So
and
That's true.
so
you
do you
know,
so sorry to cut you off. So do you think nice guys play it safe?
Yeah, they
I
do
do
Okay,
too.
crazy.
okay, so alphas and bad boys are more on the risky type?
I wouldn't say risky. Well,
Like,
yeah, in a
take
sense.
risk. They take risk.
Right. They
Right.
take chances.
Okay, do you think risk and danger are synonymous?
No, I don't.
No, okay. Because my next question was gonna be like, do you gravitate towards danger? Because I mentioned earlier about my shirt. Women kind of
I
gravitate towards
do.
danger.
I do.
So do you
It
put
doesn't
bad
scare
boys and
me.
alpha in that kind of danger zone or mysterious?
Yeah, I would
Mm.
say so.
Well,
So, so
can I ask
go ahead.
another question? Um, if a guy does the most of the spoiling, like buying gifts, flowers, or whatever, in the relationship, does that make him a simp or a beta male?
Uh, no, not necessarily because
I mean, not if they're in
I
a relationship, I guess. If
I
if
think
he's just buying something, and then I would for like a strange, like a just a girl that he's interested in, and he's buying stuff like that. They're not even together. Then yeah, then that is a simp to me. But like, not like, what do you think about that?
well, I think you can get spoiled by an alpha as well as far as things go, like material things. There
Mm,
are different ways that they can do that too, and that doesn't necessarily make them a simp. It's more like providing and just making sure you being a part of him that you're taken care of. That's
mm,
how I see it more so.
mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
wait,
Like,
well, wait a minute, wait a minute. All the time,
what do you mean?
if he's doing it constantly, if he's
Oh
buying you
no.
gifts, roses, and flowers or whatever it is, constantly, every day,
Yeah.
perhaps,
Well,
does that put him in the beta male or simp category? Because
but that also
I get
depends
what you're
on.
saying. I get what you're saying. I'm alpha and I'm dominant. And I love
Mhm.
to spoil my submissive. But my definition of spoil and your definition of spoil might be different.
But
Right.
also, I think it also depends on the person's character. Some people like to, see somebody's reaction when they get something.
Mm,
Obviously, buying something for someone every day, that's a problem. But once a week, either way, for a woman or a man, I think that there are people that like to see the joy in somebody else. You know what I mean?
okay.
The thing with me though is like gifts and stuff like that only because I've always been used to being provided for, so it doesn't move me. Like
Mm,
gifts,
Mm,
like you give me a big ass diamond ring, I'm gonna be like, yeah, it's nice, but like we could have went on vacation or something. You know what I'm saying? Like I think like materialistically, it doesn't that shit
it
doesn't
doesn't
move
do
me.
right.
Yeah,
let me ask you
spoiling me.
sorry.
I would sorry, go ahead.
No, 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 go ahead.
I'd rather a fucking 100,000 kisses than $100,000 diamond.
And I
So
Mm.
that's kind of the type of person, that's how I look at it.
and
You know what
I'm
I'm saying?
and I'm gonna
It
ask
would
you a
be
personal question. What is your marital status?
I'm separated, still married, but
Okay,
we are separated.
okay.
I'm sorry to hear that, or not. However you are, I don't know how to answer
It's complicated.
that.
Mm.
Um, so do you think that women aren't attracted to nice guys more?
No,
They're
Mm,
not?
I think I think women are. Me personally, I mean, I like nice guys, but I don't know how far it'll get, like,
Wait,
as far as forming a relationship or
wait,
anything other than a friendship.
wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. I picked up on that. You said women are, but me. So you don't put yourself in the category of women.
I'm just a different kind of a woman,
Mm.
the things that I
What type
like.
what different kind of woman are you?
Uh, I would describe myself as a submissive, but I'm like a alpha female,
okay.
also sapiosexual. That's very important to me. Um,
So you're an alpha submissive?
yes, that's how I would describe myself.
S-
Were
So go ahead.
I'm sorry. Were you always like, did you always have that kind of way of thinking
Yeah.
where you're not, oh, so from younger, like, let's say high school days, like you knew something was different.
Yes, I
Okay.
think it was kind of like embedded in me,
Mhm.
kind of just growing up the way that my mother was. She was like a very strong woman, but
Mhm.
when it came to her man, she knew how to please him and she always taught us the importance of pleasing your man. So,
Mm-hmm.
it was, aspects of growing up and
Right.
just
Watching what was around you.
Do you mind me?
right. And part of
Mm-hmm.
my nature as well. It's not like I was forced into
Right. Right.
wanting to be this way. I just kind of am.
Right.
So this is a domestic thing.
Yeah.
Do you
I
mind
was
me asking what your ethnicity is?
I'm Puerto Rican.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Do you mind me asking what is your sign?
My sign?
Yes.
I'm a Scorpio.
Interesting.
All right. Have a good night, caller. No, I'm just
That's
kidding.
not
I'm just
nice.
kidding. I'm just kidding. Um,
I could be your friend. I'm a Pisces. Apparently, we
it
get along.
it makes sense
Listen.
now. It makes sense why you're an alpha submissive, because most
Yeah.
Scorpio females and males are alpha. They naturally crave control. They're naturally dominant. They're naturally alpha in a, like, they could walk in a group of people and be the alpha in it without having to rah rah rah, and this is
Right.
just, we have that powerful energy
Yeah.
out of the
And
zodiac. So that makes sense why you do it. That's good for you, because a lot of women, they don't really, they're unaware of themselves. So it's good that you actually familiarize with what you
Mm-hmm.
are.
Is it
Mhm.
do you have a hard time meeting guys that you are attracted to? Cause like you said,
Yes.
yeah. Oh, that sucks.
Being so
Oh, it's
Cause you said
awful.
you're what's the
alpha sub
no, what's that thing called?
sapiosexual.
Sapiosexual. Thank you. Like is it hard because you're sapiosexual? You want somebody on that mental level, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, I'm no fucking, top model, but I'm pretty good looking. So, being in the city that I'm in, I kind of have my pick of the litter. You know what I'm
Hey, all
saying?
right.
She's
It's
confident.
difficult to kind of find someone that piques all of my interests. So at times, you just kind of
Well,
you don't find that
being
often.
that you're a Scorpio, you you might intimidate a lot of men. Your energy. You walk into
Yeah.
a room
One of my best
with a
friends
guy,
is a
and,
female
like, I
Scorpio.
believe that we're spirits in flesh, not the other way around. I think there's a big misconception that we live in a spiritual realm, not a physical realm. And
Mhm.
when you could walk into a room full of guys, and they might, it's like a change in the air. That guy might
Right.
want to fix his tie up. He might look at you like, damn, who's that walked in? Like, they don't understand it, but it's your energy that's dominating that room. It's your energy that's dominating that other individual. So you might intimidate a lot of men. Well, weak men.
Well, now, let me ask you
Yeah.
a question. You said that some of the men you meet, they don't all meet your criterias. I guess like a checklist. Do
Right.
you then say, all right, well, he has most of them.
No.
Let's no, they have to. All of those
Right.
checklists have to be off. You know what? My
Yeah.
my girlfriend who's a Scorpio, I almost said Pisces, the exact same way.
Yeah.
I'm
We're
like,
very picky because
Lord,
what we're offering is like fucking magic. It's like
yeah,
explosive magic. So we know what we come
what is
with. So
magic?
we gotta be
they
good.
are.
What is your definition of magic? For just for the
Um,
audience or whatever. I mean, I know I'm a Scorpio, but just for the
yeah.
audience.
It's my aura. It's my energy. It's the way that I make people feel when I come around.
You're like
It's
uplifting because you sound bubbly.
right. I am. I'm very uplifting. I
Mm,
find a way to take the best out of every situation. That's what I said,
that's
risk,
good.
danger, that doesn't scare me.
Mm.
I'm also kind of a masochist. So pain and shit.
Most Scorpio, sorry, most Scorpio
Yeah.
females are. Most Scorpio females are.
You know what's funny?
Yep,
That I think my girlfriend is also a masochist, but not
yep,
in like a physical way. I
yep.
think she's an emotional masochist.
Most Scorpio women are.
I love it always, honey.
Mhm. Let me tell you something. The only masochist with me is tattoos and gym. That's the only time physically I will want to
Tattoos,
abuse my body
definitely.
and
That's a
stuff. But
masochistic thing.
everything else
Ow.
about me is alpha and dominant.
Mm.
But
Mhm.
it makes sense. Like I've dated some Scorpios, a few of them, and they are masochists. So,
Yeah.
like, that's why I say most, not all. I say about 95% of them are, 5% aren't.
So, how long have you known that you had like masochistic tendencies? Like again, as the other question, always, or is this something relatively kind of new in the past few years or so?
As far as the
And how did
masochism,
you find out actually?
okay. Now this kind of goes back a few years. When I had first separated, I was single for once in my life, and I kind of met this man who, he met all the criteria that I was looking for. Well, most of it.
Mhm.
And we started to hang out. We were dating, and then I got a chance to know him. And through time, he told me, about like his interests and stuff, and that he was a dom. And I told him I've always been like very naturally submissive, but I've never been able to explore any of
Mm.
it. But I was interested in it, so him and I began to have like a daddy baby girl type relationship,
Okay.
and it
Oh
lasted.
shit. So
Yeah.
you've engaged in BDSM.
So you're in this lifestyle as well.
Yes, I am.
And how long
Um,
have you been in the actual lifestyle?
I would say about 2 years.
All right.
Oh shit.
And
The the
how do you like
conversation
it?
just went left. We went into
It
a
went
whole different
somewhere.
we went
It
into a
went
whole
somewhere
different
else.
topic now.
Oh,
We went into a whole different topic now. Mm-hmm.
sorry, guys.
No, 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 no,
No,
no, no,
we
no.
love this
No,
stuff.
we went into a
This is
whole different
awesome. This is
topic
a good
now.
topic.
Now,
Now this is
now,
me
now
rubbing
I
my hand.
now I know for a fact. Now I know for a
Oh,
fact with the information that you've given, you do not gravitate towards nice guys
hell no.
Hmm.
or beta males.
Hell
I know
no.
for a fact now
Fuck
that you've
them.
given this
Oh
information.
my God,
That
you
you've
said
given this
I'm
information.
sorry.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
I'm kidding.
hysterical.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry, guys.
I don't. No,
No,
no, no.
no,
Just
this is awesome.
like I
Be
said, this
you.
is yeah.
Be open. That's awesome.
This is
Yeah.
like I said, judgment free,
Hmm.
sucker free,
So
censor free.
now that we're on that topic, would you encourage, like, let's say, do your girlfriends or family members know? And if they do, and and they're curious, would you encourage them to be in the lifestyle?
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Like, I was just having a conversation with my sister the other day, and she told me that her and her husband have a girlfriend. I'm like, well, hey,
Hey,
I'm a sub, so no judgment.
Mm,
is she older or younger or twins?
No, she's in her 20s. No, actually, she's in her early 30s, I would say.
mm.
Okay.
So yeah. So I mean, I actually one of my best friends is also, but hers is like the dynamic is a little bit different. But yeah, I do. After being able to kind of feel comfortable about it and about talking about it because it's kind of taboo, like when you bring
Yeah.
it up to people,
Yep.
you're like
Like, how do you
BDSM, and
bring it
they're
up, right? It's like,
yeah, like people freak out like, "Oh, you're kinky, you're into some weird shit."
yeah.
And I'm like, "No, it's not like that." I think BDSM it's freedom. You know what I
Mm,
mean? When you can truly find someone that you can trust in to kind of lead you and to take on this role, it's a very special relationship and connection that you have with somebody. It's
yes.
beautiful, but
We had one of our episodes were about, a BDSM. We have BDSM, I think up to 104. And in one of those, we were discussing like phony doms. Have you ever
yeah.
come across that, or anybody that come
Yeah.
across
Yeah.
that? Because
Posers.
that could be really
Yeah,
a
posers.
bad thing for especially a woman that's
Really
interested and does
dangerous.
exactly dangerous and
Mm.
doesn't know about it. Have you ever come across like a poser dom?
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
awful.
And I
What?
let them know. I let them know, like,
Good
yo,
for
I'm
you.
about this life. Like, don't try to play me. I know about this shit. You can't because most men like the appeal of BDSM is like to get a
Yes.
woman to do what I want. And no, it's not just about that. It's so much more. There's mental stimulation and a lot of care. And it's only a real dom would know how to do this. So I could
Mm-hmm.
spot that fake shit a mile away like, yeah, you just want to fuck me and dog me out.
Yeah, because
But
a
yeah, I'm
lot of
not
these
here for
guys,
it.
Good for you.
sorry to cut you off. A lot of these guys, they don't they don't want to put in that work. Like you
Yeah.
said, the catering and stuff like that. Like you have to be that guy she could run to. Like I don't care how strong she is, she's gonna have her weak moments. You gotta be
Hmm.
that guy that she could run to and vent and maybe lean on for whatever in whatever capacity. You have to be that guy. And a lot of men they just want to get the benefits. So
Mhm.
those, those posers, you really got to be
They
careful.
probably just want to also like brag to their friends, like, oh yeah, I got a
It's a
submissive and
big
I do that.
stroke. Here's the thing,
Mm,
being a dom, just to summarize this, that stuff with the posers is ego stroke. These are the
Yeah.
real egomaniacs.
mm,
Somebody out there might don't that doesn't comprehend the lifestyle will look at somebody like me and say he's narcissistic, an asshole, egomaniac. No, no, no. These posers are the real egomaniacs because you have to put your ego aside to be able to do these
Mhm.
things, to be
Mhm.
able to care for someone else. That's selfless. To be able to provide these things, that's like putting your ego aside. And the stroke of the ego is like Suhei was saying, oh, you're getting this girl, oh, I fucked her, this is that, look how many women I'm fucking or whatever. Like that's ego. That's a stroke of ego. And it's like a dom puts that ego aside. Same thing with a
mm,
sub. Like a sub is not prideful. She doesn't have a problem saying sorry, what I mean,
Mhm.
articulating her desires. Like she's not keeping secrets. She's not, what I'm saying, like a real sub. What I'm saying?
Mhm.
They're not there. It's like you stated, this is a lifestyle of expression. You're coming
Mhm.
here for no judgment, no resentment. That's why you're in here.
mm.
Vanilla
Mhm.
guys are gonna judge you. They're gonna do this. They're gonna call you crazy. Oh my God, you had a traumatic childhood. You know,
Do
Mhm.
you think you would ever go back to like a vanilla relationship?
I can't.
Yeah.
I really can't.
Mm.
Like, honestly, once it's like, once you kind of just step across that line, there's no going back
so
because you've kind of met your desires and this level of intimacy exists. You can't go back to some fucking regular shit.
so you're a so you're a
Stop with that.
so you're a 24/7 submissive.
I am. I just I would want to be 24/7. I just like the relationship that I had with that person, like we're still friendly, but it's changed. The dynamic has changed. So, I'm lacking that right now. So it is
Mm.
definitely something I feel I'm missing inside and looking for. But I realized, with my current situation, I really can't do anything about it. So I'm kind of like
You mean
stuck in.
the
Yeah.
separation part?
Yeah, yeah.
Mm,
I
Mm.
mean, like, see, to be with a dom, like for me, like I give myself wholeheartedly, like 100,000%.
It's all
So
or
to
mm,
nothing
still,
for Scorpios.
mm-hmm.
It's all or nothing. So I
hmm
definitely understand what you're saying. Sorry.
yeah,
Sorry to cut you off.
Go ahead.
no, not at all. But like, I feel like I would have to prepare myself for the right person, for the right dom, and that's what I'm doing right now. So I'm patient for what
Good
I
for
want.
you. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Now, another topic that we had on one of these BDSM episodes is would you, or it could have been a subtopic,
Mm.
would you, let's say you found someone that meets everything except that they're not a dom, would you be willing to teach him?
Um, no.
Me either. Good for
Why
you.
why not?
Because
Why not?
I I feel like you have to just possess these traits. It's something that has to be in you, inside of your makeup. Like you can't like wake up one day and say, "Oh yeah, I'm going to be a sub." Like,
Mm.
"Oh, I just like to get choked and I want my ass smacked." Like,
Mm.
no, it's totally different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you just can't wake up and be this. It's kind of got to be a part of you. And I would say like I've only been into it for about 2 years, but my entire life I've known what I wanted. I just didn't know how to identify it or describe
Mm.
it. You know what I'm saying?
Now
Like I didn't.
the relationship, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. The relationship that you had that you said the dynamic changed. Um
Mhm.
was that like something that you guys came together and like a decision that you both came together?
Well, it was like the separation, and some things had happened in my personal life, so it affected my living circumstances,
Mhm.
and because of that, I wasn't able to give my 100% to that dom. So we kind of just decided to kind of back away from that and
Okay.
still remain, connected as as a confidant, but not necessarily in the physical sense, like we were practicing it,
Right.
often.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So the physical parts of it kind of fizzled out and we just kind of became more like friends.
Oh,
Mm.
was that
Yeah.
hard for you?
It was very, very, very hard for
Yeah.
me. Very hard. But I at that point, because of the personal reasons, I really didn't have a choice. But if I had a choice, I wouldn't have ended it, you
Oh,
know?
yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
it bothered me. It does bother you because you find you want something, and then you feel like you finally found a way to capture it, and then
And
you
then
really can't
and something
explore it.
happens. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
frustrating. You get angry,
Yeah.
especially for me.
No, it's true. I mean, definitely in any, I guess, in any circumstance, any relationship that goes from what it once was to to what it is now, and is not always a positive thing. That's always sad. It's it's something that people mourn. It's a normal thing.
It is. It's difficult, because, uh, like I said, it's just a part of you. So you kind of have to be yourself, and when you're not being yourself, you don't feel happy inside, and
Yeah.
that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm not living my full truth, you
Mm.
know.
Right. Right.
Mm.
Well,
Yeah.
I hope you get to live it, and I hope you embrace it, and bask in the glory of it.
Oh yes, me too, honey, and I will. Trust, I will.
Mhm.
Good for you.
Mm.
She's awesome.
Yeah.
She's you are a good guest caller. We haven't had any bad callers.
No.
Oh,
This
great.
was
Thank
fun. I
you.
enjoyed it
Mm.
a lot.
I
Yeah.
feel like we didn't get to the other topic.
What other
Nah.
topic? No,
That
we did the whole bullet.
was that.
We did
Oh,
everything.
awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome.
everything that you gave us after, that was another bonus that we
Mhm.
had.
Yeah.
I'm just
That's
laying it on,
awesome.
honey.
No,
There's
that's great.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
layers.
All right. Yeah. I don't have any more questions.
No more questions.
Yeah.
You're lucky you have to go to work, because I could be here asking. I could be here asking you what's your social security, how many children do you have, all types of questions. But I know that
Wow.
you're calling us and on your lunch break, correct?
Yes, I'm actually
Yes.
about to go back
Yes.
upstairs right now. I'm
All
headed to
right.
the.
Thank you though for calling.
Thank you
Your
for.
insight and your information is valuable.
Yes, well, thank you. I had a good
Me
time. This was
too.
definitely fun expressing myself, being able to talk about this
Right?
aspect of my life freely.
Right? I think
Thank you.
that's it's freeing.
We appreciate it
Yes,
too.
definitely. Thank you,
So,
caller.
thank you.
Oh,
Bye.
All right.
that was a good one. I enjoyed that one. We have our callers. You guys are awesome, man. You never disappoint. You come at it. You tell us things. You give us information. I think it's great.
Mm-hmm.
We have some amazing viewers, subscribers.
My question to you, jumping back on the topic, do you have somebody in the friend zone, and are you in the friend zone?
I don't know if I'm in the friend zone.
Okay.
And I don't have anybody in the friend zone. Whoever is my friend is my friend. It's not. I don't have anybody who is interested in me that I think that I know of that is in the friend zone.
Mm. Okay.
Do you have people in the friend zone? Are you in the friend zone?
Yes, both. I'm in the friend zone because I want to be, and
Okay.
I have them in the friend zone because I want them to be. So I
Is it
believe
the same person?
no,
Okay. So
no. It's a
you're in the
couple of women.
okay.
The thing is,
Why
I
would you I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but why would a man put a woman in the friend zone from
and
your
I yeah,
perspective?
I was gonna get to that. Some people are better off as friends,
Yes.
and I consider them more than friends, like close, like family or whatever it is. You know, where I could talk to them about anything and vice versa. Some people are better off as friends. My
Yes.
lifestyle is a deal breaker for these women,
Okay.
you know, and add the poly or whatever it is. It's
So it's
like
not just
the
BDSM.
way it's
It's
not just
poly
yeah,
involved. Okay.
the way their personality is, it would piss me off if we were in a relationship
Okay.
because I'm not just in this. Because okay, I'm gonna elaborate. There's different types of DOMs.
Okay.
There's soft DOMs. There's aggressive DOMs. There's assertive DOMs. There's possessive DOMs. There's territorial DOMs. I'm a territorial DOM.
Okay.
I'm also aggressive DOM. Like the thing is, I have many masculinities in me, and I've
Okay.
written that in the first book.
Yes.
And I said this in BDSM 101. the season finale of season 1. I have many masculinities in me. The sadist might come out only in the sexual environment. The aggressive dom might come out where it's like, this is where we're going to eat. You're dressed that way, showing too much cleavage, go change. But the biggest thing about me being a dom, to categorize me in, I'm possessive and territorial.
Okay.
So that means if you have a fuck buddy and you're talking to me, like, I'm gonna tell you to cut him off. If you are
I mean,
married,
that makes sense.
if you are married and you're talking to me, if we have sex, I'm gonna tell you to hold the pussy hostage from him. And that's the only way it will work.
Okay.
Like I said, this is the possessive territorial of me.
Mhm.
Some doms might be cool with it. We had a BDSM 104 where we talked about women might be stuck between two different worlds.
I remember.
So you might
That
have
was a great caller too.
Yeah, you might have a dom, but you're married to a regular husband. You have kids with him and
Yeah,
stuff.
I
So
remember.
when you with him, you change and you transition. Me, I'm like, I'll be fine with that as long as I'm getting more than him. You're like, you lie to him, you tell me the truth. You holding the pussy from him, you giving it to me. Like, that would be the exception, being that I'm possessive. But there's doms out there who wouldn't mind that.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Let's say you have a submissive out of state that's married, and so there is no physical with you. Would you still require that of that submissive?
No.
Ah,
But
see?
once we have sex,
I need to clear this up
you
because
don't let me
you
finish.
sound no.
You don't let me finish.
I was
Once we have
bigging you up for
sex,
that.
once we have sex, then. So let's say we're not having sex. Nothing's physical. She has a husband.
Right. It's
All right?
only when you have sex.
And it's different, and you know, she's doing different things. She's being of servitude for me.
Okay.
The moment we have sex, the moment I give you this, I give you the good, and I'm giving you this BDSM pleasure. I'm tying you up. I'm allowing you in my personal space, my privacy, because I'm a private person. Now it's a different level of intimacy. It's not just physical intimacy. So now I'm going to get possessive. I told a girl this one time. She was like, "Man, you're like the perfect person, perfect man." I said, "Yes, but I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna be 100% frank with you. I am different being in a relationship." She was like, "What does that mean?" You see me now, I'm on some 50-50 stuff with you, where it's like, if you're texting me, because now I say my rules, family and work are the exceptions. But if you're with friends, I'm calling you, you pick up. Now she's with friends, and this was a potential sub, not anymore. When she was with friends, I'll be courteous. "Oh, you're with friends. Oh, you're so understanding." When we're in a relationship, I'm different. How? That means when you're with friends, now you pick up. Like, I change.
No.
When you're my sub.
No.
Being that I'm just courting you, or we're just on the talking stage, is different. When you become my sub, now it's like, okay,
Now the
you're
work
not
begins.
just gonna go out
Now the work
dressed.
begins.
You're not just gonna go out dressed like that. You're a representation of me now. Go change. This, that, all that stuff I wouldn't do in the beginning because she doesn't belong to me technically.
Right.
When she's mine, now it's like, I'm taking that literal, and I'm possessive and territorial. So with those friends, they can't handle that. 2 of them are Scorpio females.
Oh, yeah.
And we're just better as friends because these women don't like being told what to do unless they're in a sexual environment. I mean, if you have a big dick and you're pleasuring her well, that Scorpio female will probably let you tell her what to do.
At that moment.
In the relationship.
Always. Oh, okay.
Because like the caller said, she's a masochist. So if you have that big dick, she's falling in love with that rough sex and that pain, you know what I'm saying? But it's pleasure to her. She might let you say, "Yo, I want your nail colored this way." "Okay, daddy."
No,
but she's
wait.
not doing that with a little dick dude or whatever. Like, you're not gonna tell me what to do. But if you can back it up, like there's women in the past that I've tried to do that in the beginning. This was when I was younger, trying to find myself. They were like, "Who the fuck do you think you're talking to?" But when I started having sex with them,
it all changed.
Oh,
that energy was like, all right.
And they were a Scorpio woman. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, there is different when it comes to what you're providing. If you're providing good dick or money, you know what I'm saying? They might be submissive to that.
Yes. But going back to my question to you, with having a sub that's out of state that's married.
Mm.
And I said, do you give leeway with that? Because
Yeah,
it's
there
not
might
physical. But let's say
certain rules don't
you
apply.
fly out there, or she flies out here, you get intimate, and then she goes back. Is it now now that way that you said we already have sex? You cannot have sex with your husband, even though she's out. Okay,
No, because like okay, I'm gonna tell you a true scenario, and I'm not gonna
name names.
drop names because I don't do that. That's beta male stuff. But I have tons of stories. I mean, I'm an author. I have 7 books. So a past lover could have been a fictional character I made up in one of my books. So here's the thing: you're getting comfortable. It's storytelling.
I'm
It's
getting so
storytelling.
comfortable. You have no idea.
Storytelling time.
Go.
Okay, so I had this woman, and she was out of state. I'm not gonna mention the state. We had a relationship 5 years prior to we met. So we had a good friendship. It was just mental and emotional. She's kind of engaged. Well, the guy gave her a commitment ring.
Okay.
So it's just, it's a commitment ring or whatever it is. They're not engaged.
Right. It's like a promise ring.
Yeah, a promise ring. So they're kind of engaged. She came out here for the first time. She was in Jersey. We met up. And that happened.
You said you weren't going to say what state it was in. Oh, she came
No,
to
she
Jersey.
came to Jersey.
Ah, okay.
We met
Gotcha.
up and it happened. Now, we both knew if we were in the same state, it was going to happen. We said this like 3 years or whatever prior. I knew the situation. We had an agreement. She told me from jump, I cannot handle your lifestyle. The way you are, poly, this, that, I'm possessive as well. However, this connection with you is just too strong.
She was a Scorpio too?
Okay.
I'm
not going to mention her sign.
Got you.
I'm not even going to mention her ethnicity. Now, like, sex with us wasn't sex.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because we had all these things already. She goes back, and it's like more feelings are building.
Well,
on both sides.
Okay.
So I said to her, okay, listen, you have an ultimatum. Because she told me that she wants to come out here again on her birthday. She wants to go dancing. She wants to go to the club and all that stuff. Dinner and it's gonna happen. Now,
I hope with this freaking pandemic, man. But go ahead.
No. I meant like if she came here, we would engage.
Okay.
That's inevitable. So I told her when you come here, you and I are gonna have a serious conversation because I don't do friends with benefits.
Okay.
And I ain't no side nigga.
Okay.
If I'm gonna be the side nigga, I'm gonna get more benefits than the main. Do I look like a side nigga? Do your research on me. So to me, it's like I'm like okay, that's a situation before.
Wait, what was the ultimatum?
Okay,
You're
the
killing me.
ultimatum was this. I said, when you come back here, you're gonna. I'm respecting your limits. You don't want to be a sub, but you are submissive to me.
Okay.
But you don't want to be a 24/7 one. But when you come here, I am a 24/7 dom. I'm not doing this part-time with you, and I'm not suppressing anything for vanilla. So when you come here, we are going to have a serious conversation about you transitioning.
Okay.
If you do not want to transition, we are just going to be less than friends.
Less than friends.
Yes.
Jesus.
Because I'm not listen. If we didn't have sex, I wouldn't have a problem with it. But we had sex.
So that's a problem?
Yes. I'm not going and here's the thing. We both love each other.
Right.
I'm not in love with her, but we both love each other.
Okay.
We articulated that to us. So like for me, I look at it like this. I can never be in a friendship with somebody I loved, I invested years with, and we had sex.
You cannot.
Cannot.
So
because
for
that
you, it's
means,
better
that
to
means
just
to
end it.
me, that means to me, it was not true love. It might have been something like, oh, you're gonna be friends, but the door is always open. Me, I'm the type of guy, I'm all or nothing. Both the caller and I both agreed. We're both Scorpios. I'm all or nothing. If you are unwilling to give all, I've said this in my first book, The Seduction of Discipline, I will gladly take nothing. But I'm not rushing people like her.
You're
I
not
didn't
rush. You didn't rush
I
her.
didn't
Okay.
rush her. I said, being that I am who I am, you have to make a decision. When you come here, you're gonna have to decide if this is something you want to do. Because I don't do friends benefit. I'm not gonna be your New York nigga. I'm not gonna be your New York dom. I'm not gonna be your part-time dom. I'm not gonna be your weekend dom, your holiday dom, where we just having sex. This is that. This is not me. I know my value. I know my value, and I'm not gonna settle for this. That's settling. So you're gonna have to make a decision. You're gonna either work to be a 24/7 sub where you are suppressing that guy, because I know they're dynamic. You gotta
Okay.
understand, when a woman is telling you about her significant other and she's being honest with you and she's telling you all this, she might be saying the total opposite to the other guy, but you gotta be smart. You gotta be smart. Because
Okay.
if that woman is with that guy and she knows he's a beta male, but he's providing money and whatever it is, and she's saying that to you, that gives you the upper hand.
Wait, you confused me. She's saying that to you? Ah,
Yes.
she's telling you about I got
Yes.
you.
Like a woman could be
Yes.
married, but if
Because you
she's
got the information.
exactly, but she knows damn well this vanilla guy, she's not telling him the truth.
Got you.
Because he might break up or whatever it is. Me, it's like we already have a dynamic. That's where it's a judgment-free zone. It's a judgment-free zone, and there's comfort there. So you'll tell me stuff where I'm not gonna say, "Oh, I'm walking away from you,"
Okay.
whereas he might.
Got you.
He might divorce you or whatever it is if he finds out you talking to somebody like me. But on the other hand, for me, it's like I'm not gonna stop talking to you. So in a way, you could always be honest with me, but him, you gotta lie. I said I'm not gonna be that guy, even though I'm getting those benefits. You're gonna have to understand, if you're coming here and I'm giving you the best sex of your life, that's his gift to me. That's a gift. I'm giving you
From
best
you.
sex of your life, and you're absorbing my energy. You're probably gonna have to suppress that from him.
Well, she probably can't. I mean,
So
if she's
gonna
already
have to,
feeling that with
she's
you
gonna have
and
to
she's
make a
not feeling it with
decision.
him.
So
But wait, what
she
was the
said,
thing?
this is what happened. She said she can't do it. I said, okay, cool. Then we're just gonna be cordial.
She said she can't do it.
Yeah. So now, this happened in the past. Me, I'm the type of guy, you know me from season 1. And they know me if they're paying attention. I don't have friends.
I know you from season
Friends
1.
or family, acquaintances, and business people.
Yeah, but you just said that you do have friends.
But they're like family.
Got you.
So that means that when I say we're gonna be friends, I mean like, or we're gonna be cordial. That's like you're like a IG person. You're a follower. You're
Okay.
a Facebook friend. Because there was things I was sharing with her.
Okay.
Good news or whatever. You don't get those benefits now.
Got you. Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? Like I give gifts different ways. So now we're not talking because I'm not hitting her up.
Got you.
She hits me up on Christmas. Oh, I hope everything is well. When you said we were gonna be cordial, I didn't think you were gonna be distant so much. I'm like, what you want me to do?
Is it?
She's
Were
like,
you hurt?
damn.
Like, were you hurt that she said she couldn't do it? Is that, does that also play into how you like pump the brakes on it?
Disappointed, maybe. I don't know if they're different, but
What did I say?
disappointed. You said hurt. Like my feelings were hurt or whatever.
Probably disappointed.
Because she's already submissive to me. And she's not a submissive woman.
Got you.
You understand what I'm saying? So, to me, that's what it is.
So does the disappointment then play a role in how, like I said before, like how you stop that interaction?
Yeah, because I look at it like that those are rewards, and I'm taking the rewards away. Because you know the type of person I am. Not everybody is getting this, so you should feel special. You don't. So now I'm gonna take away the special.
Okay.
So now you're gonna feel regular.
So what did you tell her when she said, "I didn't know that you were gonna be so distant"? Oh,
I said,
you
what do
said
you
distant.
expect? You know how I am. What do you expect? So I'm supposed to be hitting you every day. This is why I said in the bonus episode, women love dick more than men love variety. I said women are prone to have more backup lovers than men are. Because if a man has a backup lover, he's most likely gonna try to engage with her. It's not like he's keeping that smart girl or whatever it is and not saying anything. Women are prone to be like hitting you up once in a while. Merry Christmas. How are you? Hope everything is well.
I
Or
mean, guys do that too.
once a week and stuff like that. Not alpha males. And alpha males is a real man. Let me
I agree with
let
that,
me
but
okay.
go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I don't. What were you gonna say?
No, because I'm gonna go through the bullets in my final thoughts.
I thought
So
we did go through the bullets with the caller.
no,
Okay, go.
but go ahead.
I don't remember what I was gonna say.
Okay. So that's my thing. I'm not in the friend zone guy, but I
Okay.
have women who are in the friend zone and women who are like acquaintances.
Okay.
So you might just be on IG. We could have been texting all the time. Now we don't. And I just see you on IG or Facebook. Now I put
Okay.
you in that category. You're like demoted.
Okay. So do you ever? But you let them know, like you don't just
Absolutely.
do it. You always let them know.
Absolutely.
That's fair though.
So being that being that I have women in the friend zone, it's like those women who are in the friend zone, it might be also that they're not physically attractive.
You're not attractive to them. I
Yeah,
mean, you're not attracted to
I
them.
stated in season finale of season 2, sex other than the bedroom. I said it all three has those three components are imperative.
Which
You
ones?
understand? You have to have the physical, you have to have the psychological, and
And then the
you have to have the emotional, and you have to have the physical.
and
So
psychological.
so
Okay.
let's say you have a mental connection and a spiritual connection. Well, she's 300 pounds, she's ugly, facial. You understand what I'm saying? You understand what
Terrible.
I'm saying?
That's terrible.
It's like that's not attractive to
Right.
me.
Right.
And it's like I'm not gonna fake it
Mm-hmm.
with you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna keep you out, just fucking you in dark and stuff like never taking you out in the daytime to get breakfast. How am I gonna have a ugly person on my arm? I'm a diamond. It sounds shallow, but it's a fact.
I didn't say
You
anything.
understand what I'm saying? You just rolled your eyes. That's why I
No, I
said
closed it like,
it
oh.
sounds shallow, but it's a fact. Like you have to have, and maybe somebody is just physical, because I've dated models,
Mm-hmm.
girls who are 12s, beyond 10s, but they're dumb.
Oh, that's the
You don't
worst.
have conversation with them. They can't
That's the
engage.
worst.
They're not open, so they might seem dumb. You know what
I
I'm saying? They're
dated
like,
a
oh, I'm not a
guy.
big texter. I'm not a big texter. I'm a person that needs to have you in person. Like, I can't see you every day, so how are we communicating? I guess we're not.
Maybe FaceTime.
No, she's not even into that.
Oh my
You
god.
understand what I'm saying? These are hypothetical scenarios.
Right,
This is
right.
not true
A
for
real
me, but
thing.
it is hypothetical scenarios. So it's like these people, she might be gorgeous on on an
Outward
exterior,
appearance.
but she exhibits these like in interior toxicities.
Like female beta.
Okay, let me give you a good example. Most women don't have a problem taking their panties off, being naked, but it doesn't mean she's vulnerable. Those same women will not let you near their mind, will not let you near their soul, but they don't have a problem being naked. You don't have them to me at the end of the day. The pussy's never yours, it's just your turn. My thing is this: when you can invade her mind, when you can know about her past, her traumas and stuff, she's sharing these things. She's being open. She's not being secretive. She's communicating these things, articulating these things, fears, doubts, insecurities. That's when you really have her, because you're getting something another man can't. How many guys she had in the past? I'm in the same position as these guys because I'm getting the pussy. But if you're not letting me in your mind, in your soul, I'm not different from these guys. I'm not special.
Got you.
You understand what I'm saying? So that's the difference. She might look good, but she's not letting you in her mind. She's not, you guys can't have conversation. She's dumb. Things like that. So it doesn't work.
These are just like the different.
She might be in the friend zone because she just looks good. But me, I'm a king that requires more. So if I'm not getting in your mind and in your soul and stuff like that, it's a platonic friendship.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So those are certain examples. Do you have any final thoughts, or you want to keep jabbing at this?
I don't know. Did we go down all the bullets? So good.
Because we didn't go through discuss the type of gold diggers and good women.
If you want to
when they
discuss it,
discuss that,
let's do that.
because that might be somebody that's in the friend zone in a way. Let's
A
say a
gold digger,
woman.
yep, could be.
Most women, I believe, my opinion solely, and I stated this in the prologue in Stuck Between Two Different Worlds. 70% of women want to get married. They don't love their husbands. Biological clock might be ticking. All this stuff about women. They
That's
see
true.
somebody, 98% of women are followers. Oh, I want that celebrity's relationship. I want my friend's relationship. She's getting married. She's inspiring those desires now in me. So they get married. Most women will get married with men for money. They see that he's financially stable. She looks at it like, I can build with him, build equity, go on a
Have
50-50,
children.
or
Mhm.
he could take care of all the bills. We live in a capitalistic world. Those guys will be more desirable when it comes to marriage.
Mm.
But sexually, training her, teaching her, mentally, fixing things, doing all these things, protecting her, those guys may not fall in that category. She might have a side nigga.
But then why not make the side nigga the main nigga? Okay, well,
Because
maybe
he
he
might
has somebody.
not just that, he might not be financially stable. So he doesn't look desirable as a husband. And I'm just saying 70. There's 20% of women who marry for pleasure. You know, you got good dick, this, that. I see strong genes, whatever. I make a lot of money, so we could go 50-50.
Okay.
Then there are 10% who really get married because they're in love. So that's 100%.
That was my dumbass.
You understand what I'm
my
saying?
dumbass. No money, but
You
the love
understand what I'm
was there.
saying? Those are the three types of women. You know
That's
what I'm
true.
saying? And that to me, I believe is a fact.
But I do believe that even a woman that's in a friend zone, or rather a woman that places a man in a friend zone but accepts his gifts, that's definitely a gold digger.
Yeah.
Because what are you giving him though?
Yes.
Just a friendship? Like he obviously is chasing you and wanting you and giving you gifts because he's trying to impress you.
Yeah.
And if you're putting him there, then you're just that's
these
like
are
mean.
these are just generational curses, and men and women need to
friend zones?
No, the gold digger stuff.
Okay.
The men and women need to break these generational curses because this goes back to ancestry. Back in the day, women weren't working. Men made all the money. They were the breadwinners and stuff like that. Now things have
I mean, it had to change.
Like exactly.
Yeah.
So women are not prone to work. They're not prone to be risk takers and all this stuff.
They weren't. Obviously, things had to change.
They're not prone because of ancestry. Some people break generational curses.
Okay.
And you get 2% of women who are.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? You have women that are becoming entrepreneurs now. Being an entrepreneur is taking a risk. You understand what I'm saying? Most men are risk takers. Let me give you an example, and you're probably gonna agree with me. A woman who walks up to a man, I like you, I want to give you my number, that's a risk.
That is a risk.
98% of women won't do that. Why?
Because they're scared of rejection.
Exactly.
Yeah, we get along today.
That's a risk. 98% of women are not risk takers. A man doesn't have a problem
that's true.
walking up to a girl, taking the rejection. Don't worry, I might have been too much man for her. On to the next. Women may not do that. You might have been the guy of her dreams. She might lock herself in a room all week crying. We don't know. I'm just throwing darts in the dark. I'm an author. So that could happen.
7 books.
You understand what I'm saying? So yeah. So you have any final thoughts?
Final thoughts on why good guys or good girls are in the friend zone?
No, why it's men and women who stay in the friend zone, and why?
I think there's different reasons for why people place others in the friend zone. And sometimes you might not ever know why that is. But as long as, you keep it honest and to yourself, not to I mean, it's nice to be honest to everybody else, but be honest to yourself because you can't lie to yourself. And just, be a good person, be a good sport about it. Like, don't just be mean and be like, sorry, you're just in a friend zone. Be nice about it because you never know what somebody's going through.
Yeah. So my final thoughts are, I'm going to read the bullets. So in The Seduction of Discipline, my first book, chapter 22, people need to read that, Good Girls, Bad Boys. Also, The Life of a Dominant, chapter 5. I differentiate beta males and alpha males. But chapter 22 is crucial because I talk about this. So these are solely my opinions. Nice guys do finish last. The reason they finish last is because nice guys are prone to let people walk all over them, to put other people's desires and dreams and goals ahead of theirs. Is what they do. They also take shit. You know, people don't
Okay.
respect those people and they don't follow them. They exude weak genes to a lot of people, especially women. Women gravitate towards strong genes. This goes back to ancestry. This is also science. This is why I believe women don't like boys or nice guys. They like dominant men. Dominant men exude these strong genes. Sometimes dominant men may be viewed as bad boys because we are socially conditioned to believe this. So goes back to what we asked the caller. I believe a man who's spoiling you constantly is a nice guy. A woman doesn't respect that. In a woman's psyche, and I wrote this in I keep saying episode, chapter 22 in Good Girls, Bad Boys, The Seduction of Discipline. I said this. Women do not appreciate people who treat them better than they treat themselves. For example, if she's not catering to herself daily, if she's not buying herself flowers daily, and you are doing it, she's never going to respect you. She's going to give you that thing, and I'm going to help you guys out there, fellas. If she says, oh, if she says, sweetie, things like that, you are in the friend zone, or you're transitioning to be that. Women don't say, oh, and stuff like that to dominant men, alpha males, bad boys. So
What
when
do
you
they
start
say?
hearing that, oh, and that's so sweet and stuff like that, you're in the friend zone, or she's slowly putting you in there.
Wait, can I ask you a question?
Women are emotional masochists for a reason. You know what I'm saying? These women, good girls or whatever, they feel like rescuers. Nice guys don't need help. I said this in episode 5. They need to go back. Nice guys don't need help.
Go
They
back,
might
people.
be perfect. Women don't feel comfortable around them. Beta males. These bad boys, oh, he's bad. He might need me. Ego also. The women are prone to being rescuers. Women
Yep.
are catering and shit like that. Oh, he needs me. Let me do this. Let me do that. They
Let me
have these
show him.
nurturing genes in them.
Yeah, that's so true. It's
Okay. Women don't respect men who they can control through. Two, nice guys are controllable. Women like a challenge. When you challenge her mind, her body, her souls, she will always gravitate you. She loves that. No woman will appreciate or love a man she can't learn from. She ain't learning from a nice guy. Nice guys
She's
don't
learning what she don't like.
nice guys are not taking risks. If she says I like to be choked in bed, he's gonna say
I
things
don't want
that
to hurt you.
put him in making him inadequate. You understand what I'm saying? This is what I talk about the risk thing. Okay. So nice guys are predictable and they're boring. They're not gonna take adventure. We're driving on the highway. You know, I had somebody, you know what I'm saying, giving me what it is.
I was like,
Nice
you're
guys
driving,
are not
okay.
gonna do that. Oh man, I'm gonna crash. They're not gonna do
That
stuff
one
like
almost
that.
went right over my head.
You understand what I'm saying? Like dominant men, bad boys will, and women will always gravitate towards these guys because it is embedded
It makes them feel like naughty.
It makes them feel alive.
Yes.
And I don't care what woman you are, you like to have fun.
Yep.
So no shy girl and these women that were in these domestic
Vanilla?
environments where it was restricted rules and whatever, they're not going to gravitate towards those nice guys because those nice guys remind me of that restriction, things that have been repressed. I meet that bad boy. He's taking risks. He's doing that. Let me gravitate towards him because he's going to unleash the beast. Let me tell you something. Let me educate you. Do you know why lioness allow the lion? Okay, first of all, the lioness do most of the hunting. Do you know why?
Yes.
Why?
Because the male lions have to stay back and protect the pride.
Okay, so why also do the lioness allow the dominant king lions to eat first?
Ding, ding, ding. I know this one too.
Why?
So that he can have the strength because he needs to protect the pride.
Yes, and it's not just that. Also, it's about a respect thing.
Oh, I didn't know that part.
You know what I'm saying? That's why.
They know
that these men are the head, they're the neck. You understand what I'm saying? So this is why they do that. Nice guys are like that. Nice guys are not those guys that are the lions who are dominant in alpha. They're not those guys.
They're not eating first.
They're not eating first. They're eating last. They're not at top of the food chain. Women are not letting them eat first either.
You sit in the kiddie
You know what I'm
table.
saying? What I'm saying? So a woman will gravitate towards a man for what he's providing, whether it's money, good dick, education, protection, whatever it is, business, whatever it is, teaching her. Because at the end of the day, women love things that are non-physical and non-whatever. If you're just providing good
Non-physical?
dick, non-physical,
physical.
non-physical and non-sexual things. If you're providing good dick in a relationship, but she's an older woman, you need to provide more.
Like
Now,
what? Like what?
you need to provide more. You need to provide maybe money or
Money?
education or whatever it is. Be that shoulder to crown.
I'm an older woman. I don't need money.
And I'm getting to it.
Okay,
an older woman might gravitate towards a younger man for just dick because she's already stable. She's already financially stable. She has a career. She don't need anything. She got her own house and stuff like that. All I'm lacking is good dick. You understand what I'm saying? So a man is still providing in that relationship.
Yes.
Men are providers, and people don't want to hear this, but women are not. Women provide differently. Emotional support and stuff like that. But most men use money to get women. Women are not using men. Oh, guys, look how much money I got. Men are not going to care about that because real men are out there getting their own bag. So how is the money going to impress me? It's not.
No, but money only impresses different women. No, I'm talking about the women. I'm not talking about the men. Just women.
Yeah.
Not money doesn't
Yeah,
impress
like we
all
said,
women.
said the marriage thing and all that. A money will say, oh, I could get married with this guy because he's financially stable and I'll be financially stable for my whole life. Women are not prone to work. So, just to talk about why men stay in the friend zone, that's why. Because you act like a friend. So therefore, you are going to be a friend. And it starts with courting her and stuff like that. Oh, what are we? Oh, where do you want to go eat? And all this other stuff. You're not displaying that assertiveness, that decision maker genes, and she's just automatically gonna be like, yo, I can't see myself with this guy. He can't even,
Right, he's not pursuing me aggressively.
Yeah.
Like it's almost like you have to guess. Does he like me? Like I think he does, but he's not making the move.
Because women don't like to make decisions. And nice guys are not making decisions. They let people run all over them, and they're beta males. And this is why women don't gravitate towards them. It's not that women don't want to gravitate towards them, whatever. Because 98% of women don't want to be mean. Only 2% can. It's not that. It's like when women feel like they want to have something sustainable, long term, and stuff like that, they won't gravitate towards them because of that. Because they feel that these guys are not gonna be able to provide. These guys are not gonna be able to. If we're out in public and something happens, can I run to him? Can he hold me with his arms and protect me? There's a robber coming in here. No, that nice guy's probably gonna run away or whatever. He's most likely going to suppress his happiness for other people's. He's not sure of what he wants.
Do you think like guys, obviously maybe a lot of them might start off early in life as that nice guy, only because they don't know how to approach something.
Yes.
So can guys, do you think, that start off like that?
Out of that?
Yeah. Can they grow out of that?
Yeah, but it comes down to the type of confidence women are giving him, because women are powerful and words are powerful. If you're a queen and you're not speaking to the king in him, that's one of the reasons. Also, if he's not sure of himself, if he doesn't know himself, what I'm saying? All these things play a factor. These guys might play that because they think women like nice guys.
Right. That's
and
amazing.
And if I'm too aggressive,
they're not gonna like that.
Yeah, she's gonna run away. She's gonna tell people about me. She's gonna, call the cops. Bad boys don't care about validation. And I don't want to reiterate this stuff because I said a lot in episode 5, Good Girls, Bad Boys.
You guys gotta go back.
But that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it comes down to.
Okay.
So you have anything else you want to say?
No.
All right. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, you were tuned in to the Discipline Therapy Podcast. Peace.